So we first got to get through the definitions. A universe is just a reality. Multiverse group of universes. Pocket dimension is a mini-universe that connects to one or more universes. In a dimension is a group of multiverses. But ask yourself, isn't a dimension ages, length, and space or something like that? Yes, but also I've seen people and shows and whatnot use it like another term for pocket dimension or stuff like that. But also the fact that pocket dimension implies that dimensions exist because pocket dimension. Anyways, and by the way, due to this, now I've technically made a new term, but yeah, even though that has been used in that way since like forever. Okay. So what this is showing is that there is the same unit, same amount of units of material in a universe, but if it's just in a different configuration, like for example, if let's say our universe, Andromeda and the Milky Way are currently heading towards together. Let's just say that in a bajillion years ago, in one of the universes that exists in our multiverse, one of those universes had one of the stars in, like, let's just say Andromeda, move 1 inch closer to the center of the galaxy, then basically that would be and that would be just a different configuration. Next is if a universe thinks up and basically can control, like if I think of a story that is just like our world but in a different configuration, then it must be in another dimension, or if that's in if that's in the same configuration, but they cannot access the multiverse, then it can be in the same multiverse or dimension, because of the fact that we cannot access the multiverse. Well, not yet, but if we ever do, then we are in a different configuration than we thought. The thing, and also another thing, is that a universe that thinks of another universe cannot go and think up of a universe that thinks up of their universe, because that will just cause a loop that, it's basically whenever an atheist asks me, hey, I think that God exists, a thing that exists outside of time, that this thing that exists outside of a literal time, outside of it, is absolute BS. I think that fact is BS. Anyways, you want to know why the universe has been looping infinitely? Fuck you. Why do you do this to me? Like, this argument is absolute BS. Anyways, okay, other than just me ranting aside. Yeah, because of that cannot happen. A universe cannot think of another universe, multiverse, or dimension that thinks of their own universe. A universe that has different amounts of material or different types of, like space-time and whatnot, but is in the same configuration as another universe, must be in a different dimension. That's how we quantify that dimensions exist, because because we need at least another layer of organization other than just the multiverse. Anyways, and finally, if a universe thinks up of another universe, multiverse, or dimension, then that cannot be their own. By the way, documentaries, they actually do not follow this rule, where if someone makes a documentary, there can be another universe that is basically just that documentary, but the thing is that they themselves have it's, since it's nonfiction, that it doesn't think up of another universe, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's why I wanted to talk to you guys today, because I was just a bit, I guess maybe like pissed that people kept using this wrong, since I made a video the other day about, well, not the other day, but you know what I mean, about how I used the Bible to prove the multiverse, which I still cannot explain well, because I can't explain anything well. Then, you know. Anyways, have a good day, and yeah, bye.